everybody, welcome back to Seduce Me Part 2. So last time we left off with the flashback and Grandpa died. So yeah, let's see the flashback. Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
Hi. I was swept into a giant bear hug and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather. The way he greeted me. Like my father, my grandfather was loving and playful even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said that he wasn't feeling too good again. You liar, you just don't want to visit Grandpa. It always happened like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, pretending that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Yes. Yeah. So what are we going to do today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we should go.
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Yes. Oh, is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course. He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It will be like it's alive, and it could be a little light night before you sleep. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Of course. Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
Sure. I'm not so sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
He bent down to look at me eye level, with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
Okay. I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
I had heard tidbits from this from my mother and various other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter, but it was clear that wherever it happened, set up a wall between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you.
Yeah.
Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
How can you be so sure about it?
Because we'll be right here and here.
He pointed his finger to my head first, then pointed at my chest.
So stay strong. Promise?
Oh my god. For a moment he looked almost sad, pleading. But as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face and he was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
Alright then. Enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know it can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Oh, he's the best grandpa ever. Hold me, dessert. I'll race you to the kitchen.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Oh, this is so cute. You willed me the very home I love to see you in. Why? Why will you think I will be ready to take it? Especially after this. A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I going to do? Talking to a grave. Oh, what am I doing? Talking to a grave. My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world would not. Stupid. Okay. Even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hesitantly so my parents couldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I went to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
Okay. Gathering my courage, I decided that it was time to talk. Dad, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why do you want me to move into this state so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes?
Oh, he's one of those fathers. Oh my god, I know.
Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
But it's so sudden. You just decided so quickly after the funeral.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
Oh my god, I don't like him at all. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit about my future. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
Ugh. But what if...
Stop mumbling!
But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
He came closer to me and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing happened at all. Like you just ignored the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
What did he ever do to you to deserve this? My father, his face hardened, crossed his arms and erupted in angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
Is that it? Are you happy that grandfather dead? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? While everyone was grieving, you were holding yourself back from laughing in everyone's face. Do you even feel a bit happier seeing him lying in the graveyard? Oh. A flash of rage crossed his face and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut!
Oh, oh my god.
You did not know my father. You did not know what he was capable of.
Dots.
Is everything all right? What happened?
Nothing. I'm not hungry. I think I'll just go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheeks still throbbed, and I tentatively stood up and looked at that mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. What am I saying? Tears formed in the corners of my eyes, but I didn't blink back rapidly. I didn't cry. I couldn't cry for a second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though, and I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
Excuse me? Huh? Okay. I want to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a wooden single door. I really didn't know what to do. Needed to do something, anything, to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking anymore of the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack myself so I would prepare for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags, putting them onto the floor of my room. Oh my god, so much reading! I then began to empty my drawers, okay, and cabinets so I could bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring, other than clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have any personal belongings. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of these thoughts. If it were going to be my new home, it would have to feel like it, one way or another. I was going to make it a home. That ringtone though. Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. That ringtone. I slid my phone back out of my pocket and answered while slowly easing myself onto my bed. Who could possibly... oh my god. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey Anderson, you there?
Hi, Suzu.
Is everything alright? We were worried about you, so we decided to call. Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
Do I sound okay? Well, I slowly began to tell them about the funeral. That afternoon, a small silence followed when I had done recounting what happened, and to my relief, Naomi finally spoke up.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
No, it's okay. My dad is in a good mood, so we could just keep talking on the phone like that. Could we just keep talking on the phone like this?
Of course! We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn. Right, Suzu? Yeah. We're always here for you.
Aww.
After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you, right?
Aww. Yeah.
Triple threat trio? That sounds like the name of a gang.
Oh, this is so cute.
Yeah, I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary, or else no one's going to take us seriously.
Oh, that's a really cute friendship. Well, they knew each other since preschool, so yeah.
What's with you and naming things? You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Falling behind to the cool kids like Anderson and me. Hey! I'm a cool kid! If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up your game.
We chatted cheerfully about all sorts of things. Bear soon had forgotten about the events that day and was engaged in a conversation about Naomi's favorite TV show, some program called Herlock. We all agreed that the actor playing the tutelar character certainly had a very oh my gosh, distinct with I can't do this. Look about him, with that long overcoat and scarf wrapped around his neck. We had many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he had really high cheekbones, and his eyes are pretty. Though I do have to say I prefer Jackson. And as a bonus, this actor is just so sassy. I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. Whoa, it's already 1 a.m. Sorry to keep you guys up so late. I think I'm going to hit the hay for tonight. See you guys tomorrow at school. I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up so late just to talk to my friends. But it was really nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beat hot water and feeling of and the feeling of being clean. After drying myself, I promptly dressed in my pajamas and crawled into bed. Ah, a nice hot shower after a long day. I'm so glad to be finally in bed. It's been a really long day. I knew that I was wishing for something to change back in class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that happened today. And I have to go back to school tomorrow. I curled up to my side and tightly wrapped the blankets around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returning to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I reached out to my lamp on my nightstand and turned off the lights. However, my mind was so lost in However, my mind was so lost in the passing of my grandfather and the thought of inheriting something so big that it haunted my mind the entire night until the next morning. I shook my head, trying to clear the sleepiness out of me to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. It's already time to wake up. Wait, school. As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of my bed and looked at the vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint back to actually see it. I thought anyone would actually notice it unless they leaned in really close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard the news. I was approached in school and given condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man! Quit being so sensitive, Naomi. Quit being so vulgar, Suzu.
No, when it's sad, so I have to agree with Naomi.
Oh, man, come on! See? She knows about proper public taste. I know how to be a lady. Sheesh.
Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
Yep. I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay?
Of course, haha. No. But even the comfort of my best friend's life seemed to keep testing me. Oof.
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, Capini?
Oh, it's her. Her eyes! Look at her eyes and her mouth. She let out a small laugh as she twirled her hair. What? Oh, as she twirled her hair around her finger. Lisette, one of the last people I want to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lizette?
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
Oh. Suzu.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
Hey! Oh no. I had nearly forgotten the crowd that followed Lucidi, which was mostly compromised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. No one had the slightest idea why exactly they followed Lucidi around oh my gosh. Around you know what? Screw it. I cannot read. And I'm really thirsty. But they labeled themselves as social equals as them. Social? Yeah.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Oh, yeah. You tell them, Naomi.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals. Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
Oh.
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
Yeah. Dots. Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you wanted, and now seeing me like this, life couldn't get any better. Bitterness seeped into me, and the words started flying out of my mouth without filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lisette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lisette. I'm sick of all these cadets. I'm sick of you. Rose gasps rose from the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lisette held her hand up to stop her. There was an emotion on her face, but I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. Don't you dare pity me. No, don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions.
Dots. She stepped towards and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me a tiny smile as if for old time's sake. But for some reason, I didn't feel comforted at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but her expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contoured into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. track meet responsibilities, and all of that stuff. See you later!
Something that was said made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I'd never seen her like that before. I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Is everything all right, girls?
Sure, why not?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Miss Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know, he was amazing. I really looked up to him, and I don't want to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Yep. I sure hope so.
Hell yeah, she will.
Oh.
She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best to make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to a curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow.
Want us to come with you?
Oh no, it's okay. I'll be fine. See you. Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
As I got into the car, I noticed my dad looked troubled, clutching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead as if something was really bothering him.
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
No, it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, it still hurts. I care. My bruise, yeah.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you. You know that you're my most precious daughter. You're all that I have.
Oh, God. That's... Yeah, he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess even now he couldn't say it to me. I turned my head away to look at the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And like that, he started to drive and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were talking about the usual route we were taking. La 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 la. Okay, we were talking. God damn it. We were taking the usual route to grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was still pretty far from the school and from our house was. He always lived alone. He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age living at such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad. It was strange that he decided on living alone, all alone in this large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. Though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time, maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite some time. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had to grow up long since then. The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things changed. In the back of my mind, I knew that he In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It was so like humans could live forever. So why did my heart feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence until he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
Ugh. With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up with the conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
And someone outside is mowing their lawn. Good job, person! I'm recording here! Ugh. Yes, I can manage on my own. The usual silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't share the same opinions. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalant at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. Um, um, let me, let me, save back. Okay. Try again. Say, Dad, about you and Grandpa.
We are not talking about this.
Oh. I feel like we should be, because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so...
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it, and that is the end of this conversation.
Why? As always, he managed to shut down any form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly, but closed it again. Oh, it was like talking to a brick wall. It wasn't like I could find out anything by somehow arguing my way through it. Alright then. I leaned against the car door and stared out the window. I really couldn't think okay. I really couldn't think what would this place be like. Okay. I had been to my grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting and it was another actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to really care for a house? Oh, God. I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents who inherited grandfather's stocks to the corporation, but had never lived independently before. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at this prospect of actually moving into a new place. Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. Oh God, she talks a lot. Okay, I really hope I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you want to tell me at this moment? And of course, no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist? I ducked my head and stared at the blur of trees and cars out the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there was at the moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. Oh my God, so I'm going to end it there because that was too much dialogue and I'm sorry. I'm getting used to it, even though it's part 2. And yeah, hopefully I'll be better at the next part. If not, then don't kill me, please. So yeah, I'm gonna end it. So bye guys, see you at the next part.